Hey, good evening, and welcome to this episode of the Velocity Dome. I'm going to do something different tonight. I'm going to talk about how you or your group runs their races. For those of you who watch my channel or follow my Facebook page, know that I race with a number of groups here in the area. I race with the HOPAC group, which stands for HO Pacific Association. I also race with the Portland HO Scale Auto Racing group called FOSAR. And I also will race with the Central Washington series called the CWHOR. Hope I got that right. HOPAC, we race on 6 different tracks using the Lane Master computer system. And we race 2-minute heats. We do a qualifying round which seeds drivers into the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H mains, depending on how many drivers there are. And we usually have 2 drivers per heat, except in the last heat there's usually 4. And as you race, you move up to hopefully get into the A main. At FOSAR, we run 2 tracks. My track here, the Velocity Dome, and Scott's track called the Oregon City Speedway. Here we just run 2-minute heats, and when we mark our tenths when we're all done, and the guy with the most laps and the most tenths is the winner. It's just one round. At Scott's, we race laps. So we'll race 10 lap races, 15 lap races, 20 lap races, and 25 lap races, depending on the class that we are racing. It's a little bit more difficult class to race like that, I think, because if you've got a really good car and you're in the really hard lane, which is red, and the guy next to you is in the white or the blue lane, has an equally impressive car, normally he is going to put you down a lap. But if you are in a group with the slower guys, you could literally go through, get complete lap, which would be 40, 60, 80, that kind of thing. And you could literally win the race with the 5th or 6th slowest car of the race. I find that a bit frustrating, but that's the way it goes, and guys like it. In Central Washington, with the Yakima guys, they run 3-minute heats. And I find their racing by far the most brutal racing that I do. They run a number of, I think they run 6 classes of cars, and almost every one of them is some sort of a custom build where you have to take your DK4 or your TFX or your Super G or whatever that they've chosen that year to race, and literally have to build it like you'd be building a freight car. You just cannot walk in off the street and join their racing program. It just is almost impossible. I've done it now. This is my 3rd year. They changed the cars a couple of times, and I still haven't caught up with the ones that they've changed. I've won a championship there in some races, but it's on a car that I already knew and didn't have to worry about setting up. So I find that maybe is why that group is kind of smaller than most of the groups around, but if they like that kind of racing, then more power to them. So what I'm interested in finding out from you guys out there is what style or what form of racing, maybe what kind of computer system you guys use, and I'd be very interested in seeing any kind of comments. So hey, just send what you got, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.